Hi everyone, let's start in 5 minutes. Good afternoon everyone. I am Aditi, Ascent Consultant at TecTree and welcome to our webinar on upgrading Dynamic on-premise to Dynamic 365 Finance and Supply Chain SaaS version. Samakshi, can you please share the screen?
Sure, Aditi. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes. So today we'll be discuss about the TecTree by to shift on-prem version to cloud, new capability in cloud version, method of upgrading, method 1 reimplementation, method 2 lift and shift. Now we will discuss about the TecTree, what we are and what we do. So we are the Microsoft Gold partner and solution partner. We are also the Gold certified partner to implement LS Center solution. We are roughly 100 plus highly skilled IT professional catering to 100 plus across the globe. Now moving to our solution. So Sakshi, can you so these are the our major part. So we implement Microsoft Dynamic 365 Business Central, FinOps, customer engagement, Power BI, Power Apps, Microsoft Flow, Azure, SharePoint, and Microsoft 365. So these are the our corporate part, what we are implement. Now moving further. So our major focusing on Microsoft 365 technology in which customer service, field service, marketing, project service automation, customer insight, which is come under the customer engagement, manufacturing, supply chain, finance, operation, and human resource, which comes under the ERP. So these are the two typical sections which we worked on. Now moving to the solutions. So these are the three type of solution which we offered: consulting service, optimization, and project. So we do system kind of audit scenario, which is more come under the consulting service. Optimization is like ongoing support or enhancement for the current solution implemented by us or by someone else. Then end-to-end project from starting beginning till end. Now moving to the industries in which we worked. So we worked in manufacturing industry, trade industry, service industry, and retail. In manufacturing, we worked in electronic, food processing, natural gas. In trade, we worked in B2B electronic, B2B pharmacy, motor vehicle. In service, we worked in motor vehicle, real estate, banking, insurance, and many more. In detail, we worked in FMCG, pharmacy, e-commerce, and many more. So you can see like more or less we have implemented our solution in each and every industry. Now, now I would like to hand over to Somakshi to quickly run us. Over to you, Somakshi.
Thank you, Aditi. So we'll be starting with the session why there is a need to migrate from AX 2012 to Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain Management. So as we all know that Dynamics AX was first released in 2002 and primarily it was used by mid-sized to large-size enterprises, and this has been officially been retired by Microsoft, and it has been rebranded as Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain Management. And we all are aware of this fact that the business world moves quickly and the technology must keep up. So as a Dynamics AX 2012 support, the support has been ended by Microsoft in October 2021, but it was extended further for 6 months and it was till April 2022. Then so it's a high time now to make a choice, either to continue with the outdated technology, the AX 2012, or to move to the cloud version Dynamics 365. Um, we are not denying the fact that the upgrading must be challenging on this, but the benefits will exceed the challenges for sure. So, one of the major reasons to adjust AX 2012 is that Microsoft has stopped upgrading Dynamics AX for a long time, which means that this application has become largely irrelevant. So, furthermore, when the applications and businesses are migrating to cloud versions, sticking on to the on-premise version will definitely leave us behind our competition. So, moving to an on cloud version will is the best approach right now to keep your business afloat in this highly competitive market. So Microsoft has add-on features of Microsoft Copilot, where AI and machine learning will help automate and put it on autopilot mode. So for now, Dynamics 365 includes AI and machine learning capabilities, which provides us an intelligent insights and automation, which helps the businesses to optimize operation and improve their decision making. So likewise, if we will see AX, so it is more a manual process. Moving further, encash the power of cloud for automation. Power BI, Power Automates, Power Apps, and Dataverse are used in this. So there is this is the another significant example, a significant advantage for upgrading from AX to D365, that you will get the benefits of embedded Microsoft Power Platforms. So Dynamics 365 applications, Azure and Power Platforms. So Power Platform and D365 apps, they empowers the organizations. They provides the exclusive services of consolidating all the business data into one single platform, and they improve the data accuracy for the businesses, and simplifying their compliance management and streamlining their reporting processes. And similar to Azure, it will offer you an excellent flexibility and security, as well as efficient pricing model and Azure software development kit as well. So it will also make it simple and effective in disaster recovery on at the time of disaster recovery. So coming to multiple level integration support, so Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain Management is known as one of the best ERPs and can be integrated with variety of Microsoft products, which includes Office 365. And in addition to that, we can also integrate it with the latest Dynamics 365 CRM, Power BI, and Power Applications. And also, not only it can be integrated with Microsoft products, but it can also be easily integrated with the different third-party applications such as SAP, Oracle, LinkedIn, Sales Navigators, and we have 300 plus connectors over here. Adding further, there is zero manual dependency for infrastructure aspects. If you will see that cloud-based services have a lot of advantages, including the fact that you don't have to manage the entire ecosystem since it's already been maintained by the service provider. And unlike Dynamics AX, which can only be accessed via desktop or your computers, and so D365 allows now allows you to access the service via all the browsers and OS, and allows you to use it at any time with just a device and a Wi-Fi connection. Adding a further enterprise level security managed by Microsoft. So it's another compelling reason to migrate from AX to D365, that the enterprise level security, that Dynamics 365 can prevent us from all the forms of cyber attacks and data leakage. The security architecture now of Dynamics 365 ensures that only the verified users have the access to relevant data and can execute the actions they have authorized to perform. And also now the system provides us the total visibility of your data as well as your security across your entire firm. Moving further, world-class infra from Microsoft Azure and complying with global audit requirements. So this, even when disasters happen and there are so many web threats nowadays, so your company will not suffer in that case. Like Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain, it takes an advantage of Azure global research, and extensive backup features are available here. So your ERP, your system, your data are regularly backed up every time, and they ensures that they are secure and accessible even if your local infrastructure fails. And further, on-demand scalability in terms of expanding the solution as well as expanding the infra and database capacities. So if we will see in Dynamics AX 2012, scalability was a big concern. Dynamics 365 now allows you to scale your business sales, scale your services as your business grows. This also somehow implies that you won't have to make a big upfront investment. Like you can begin with a minimum amount or minimum pack of services, and gradually you can increase as your company grows. Besides that, you can also scale up or scale down your services based on the size of your team, the budget, the modules, and the applications your team requires. And one more advantage here is that now D365 has a subscription based model like Netflix, Amazon Prime, etc. So it makes D365 a more cost effective solution, since there is no resource wastage, as you must like you can purchase only those services which you require rather than a complete package. And last, the all like we when we migrate from AX to Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain, um, the upgradation will always be there on the latest version without having an additional cost for upgradation. So because Microsoft now monitors all the environments, and it makes sure that the applications is running on the latest versions. So this was why we have to move from Dynamics AX 2012 to Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain Management. Moving further, how we can upgrade from AX 2012 to Dynamics 365 Finance and Supply Chain. So there are broadly two methods. First one is the re-implementation method, and second one is the lift and shift method. So what is re-implementation process? So re-implementation is like a full implementation process that requires the new system versions to be deployed from the scratch with all the necessary business logics and opening balances and master data to get uploaded. So herein we will have the all the 5 steps analyzing the requirement. What is the requirement from our end client is giving it is a design, then starting the development, then the deployment phase, deploying into the various production servers or the any of the servers, then the moving to the support and the operations part. Second method of upgrading to the cloud version is the lift and shift method. So the lift and shift method is refers to migrating from an application along with its data in the cloud from one environment to another environment. Most commonly, like it is from on-premise version to the cloud versions. So there is no need this migration takes place without any need of redesign of the application. So, and a most important thing to note here is that Microsoft has now has a well-defined service and a comprehensive and well-tested approach to upload all the data in Dynamics 365, which make an attractive option to consider. So, if you are doing an upgrade from AX2 to D365 in this form, you can also clean up your unwanted data. Like you can choose what data you want to, what code or what data you want to get in Dynamics 365. So like you don't have to migrate with the all of your historic data. You can choose whatever is relevant to your business now and migrate what you need. So what are the steps involved in lift and shift upgrade method? First one will be the analyzing the modules which are there in the AX 2012, and then cleaning and environment readiness. So cleaning the dump code or dump data which is available in AX Microsoft AX. So now Microsoft has provided a lot of tools for this for cleaning the your dump data or dump code. So that will be there, and the development environments will get ready. Then we will be the code and the data upgradation part will be there, and testing and training to the users with the latest versions. You can like we will be testing the all of the code or customizations or everything and providing the trainings to the user, and then the deployment will be there to the production services servers. So what are the benefits of re-implementation, vice versa? What are the benefits of the lift and shift method? So, benefits of re-implementation, we have the opportunity to clean our master data. We have to, if we want a process change or any new developments or any change we want, we can have it in here in re-implementation process. And if we want a new requirement, we can brainstorm on our new requirements and get that development done. And coming to the benefits of lift and shift method, herein your master data will remain intact, your historical transactions data, it will remain as it is, and it will be less time consuming as if in compared to re-implementation process, and there will be less dependency on business users as well. So
Yeah, thank you so much. Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you so much. I have a couple of more slides to present. Just allow me to share my screen. All right, let me know, Samakshi, if you can see my screen.
Yes, I can say your screen, yeah.
All right, so we have discussed about like what all are the benefits of lift and shift and re-implementation. I'll try to discuss two case studies which actually can give little more impact and put more brainstorming questions like whether a customer should use re-implementation or a customer should focus on let's say lift and shift, because those two are the different methodology altogether, right? So this is the case study one, which we have implemented. This was a re-implementation from AX 2009 to Dynamic 365 Finance and Supply Chain, right? So customer location was KSA. Now customer is one of the leading provider of industrial and medical gases in KSA. So they have chosen for re-implementation instead of lift and shift. So I have few reasons why they have chosen that and what was the purpose of that. Okay, they were originally using AX 2009. They wanted to migrate to 2012 originally, but then FinOps came in US and originally they knew that sooner or later this will roll out throughout the globe, right? And then they finally decided once FinOps got little stable, so they decided to move to FinOps. Now, why they preferred re-implementation over lift and shift? The first reason was there is no direct roadmap from AX 2009 to D365 FinOps, right? Or finance and supply chain, whatever we call. The only option is either we do a two-step methodology, like from AX 2009 to 2012 to D365 FinOps. That was the only option. And that's quite a bigger activity to do because you have to do kind of upgrade two times rather than doing it as one time. Okay. Now data cleaning. Data cleaning was one of the major chunk under this re-implementation because client was using this system for more than like 14, 15 years. And at the whole time, there were a lot of duplicate customers, duplicate vendors, duplicate items. Though they have blocked it, but someone or else have created the original transaction, it will always remain in the master data, right? And they wanted to clean the master data to make the database a little slightly shorter to make like everything is okay. Is it better now? Give me 1 second. I'll try to change my internet. Okay, Karan, if you can confirm if it is better now and if I'm audible. Somakshi, can you confirm? Am I audible? Yeah, okay.
Yes,
All right.
you are.
I got an update. Thank you. So the customer was looking for a wholesome approach where they should not do like a re-implementation again in 5 years or lift and shift again in 5 years, right? Because they were investing very heavily and AX 2009 for them was very heavily customized. So idea which came into the picture is that we should re-implement and we should segregate like what needs to be done, how it needs to be done, and then user know the capability of AX. Like AX 2009 were, I would say, not that enhanced in terms of features if I compare to 2012 or 365, right? So the first activity which we have taken care of, like we decided we should not do it in a two-step methodology. We are going to do it as a re-implementation. The second factor which played a key role was data cleaning because ultimately they were having like 50,000 SKUs in their item master, out of which approximately 5,000 were duplicate data, and they wanted to come out of it. I mean, a user can select still by mistake, though they were not able to post the transaction because they have blocked the customers, blocked the items, but still, I mean, it was making a lot of noise while doing that, right? User was, I mean, that was not a very fancy user experience. If they have to select a wrong SKU, then they have to select the right SKU. Then it was a heavily customized tool for them. Let's say the advanced warehousing and that stuff came with 2012 latest versions and then FinOps, right? So in AX 2009, they have customized a lot of things as per their requirements, which were not originally like there in 2009. Now, what happened is with time, those features came in 2012, even like the R3 version. And then after that in FinOps, all of these things were there in the standard system. So now customer knew what were the product capabilities out of the box. So they wanted to utilize their out of the box features rather than the customized feature. Correct. So what finally customer decided that let's utilize the standard features and let's do the recustomizations or the minimal customizations, I would say, whatever required, right? So let's say if the 2009 part was, let's say 50% customized. So in FinOps, it remain only 15% of the customization. That 35% came in the standard system itself. So these are the three major reasons where customer decided like, let's do re-implementation instead of doing the lift and shift project, correct? The only drawback, I would say, which we faced in re-implementation or client data for another 7 years, for past 7 years, right? So they still have to keep one server, maybe in the turn off mode, but they still have to keep it if, let's say, the government authority needs some data, if the auditor needs some data. So for those purposes, they have to have that data and they have to manage that database for sure. So this was the only, I'll not say drawback, but this is the only thing which they have to manage it additionally on top of FinOps. So this is the first case study I'm talking about. Let's move to the next case study. Okay. Oh, by the way, if anyone is having any studies too, this is lift and shift from AX 2012 to D365 finance and supply chain, right? So the customer location is USA, UK, India, KSA, and then they have the consolidation, eliminations, those kind of scenarios were there. Now, for this customer, so this customer is basically leading governance and risk management compliance, like the GRC software solution company, primarily in US, but they have branches in UK, India, KSA. That is how they work and automate. Now, they were using 2012 AX 2012 from December 2013. So that was the first, I think, if not December, like let's say November, they were using from that date till last year. Now they wanted to migrate on a solution, but they don't want it to lose the history of the data. There were multiple reasons, like they have to report to investors, they were trying to become a public company, so they have to have the whole data in one single place, they have to comply with SOC type 2 reports, so those kind of database they need to manage. So ultimately, so that was the first and primary reason that they wanted lift and shift instead of re-implementation. Now they were more or less happy with the system with AX 2012 also, except couple of things, like for example, they have to manage the infra by themselves, right? They have to ultimately keep it on-prem, or I mean, they have hosted the server even on AWS, but then even their infra team has to manage that server, right? Somebody has to do so that's the reason. I mean, was the end of life, right? So that is the second reason which they decided, okay, we have to comply with the latest version of software as they have to become public. So those kind of scenarios ultimately will impact. Their auditor will still ask the question, like let's say if any big four will come, they will ask why you are onto the old version, not onto the new version, which is compliant, which is not end of the life, right? So these were the major reason they wanted to upgrade to the latest version, but they wanted to have the historic data. They wanted to comply with the SOC reports. They wanted to have like all the data which is there in 2012 to D365 FinOps. And one of the major reason was the timeline was very short. So they wanted to have a rapid upgrade. So maximum time which originally they provided is 4 months, which we achieved like 3.5 months, and the whole process has been completed in 3.5 months. And finally, I mean, on one fine day, they have shut down their AX 2012 and they have finally moved to D365 FinOps. So these are two major aspects, I would say. So I have mentioned only two case studies because this covers 360 degree of what type of implementation should happening, like whether re-implementation or lift and shift. That is the reason I just mentioned these two case studies, which could answer most of the questions, like whether I should choose re-implementation or whether I should choose lift and shift, right? So that is how I think one can decide, or a consultant can also suggest, or vice versa, a company can take decision whether which one to choose. Because this is the biggest question nowadays people are facing, whether it is from AX 2012 to FinOps or Navision to Business Central. The same question every client is asking every time, which one to choose, right? Cost is another impact, another aspect. I'm not going into that for sure. But if you ask the right methodology, so these could be, I think, the major reasons to choose about which methodology to use. All right. So if you have any questions, anything, you can continue in this chat. You can post in this chat. Another is you can drop an email to info@techtreeconsulting.com. So this is the common email ID. I will also receive this email automatically, and I'll try to answer if there is any question. I would be, I mean, happy to answer those questions. All right, I think Aditi, we are good. Uh, Guys, if anybody is having any question, kindly drop it in the chat or drop it on the email. Thank you, everyone.